What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to be talking about the module 3 of the Fashion Business Essentials online program, which is fashion branding. I just completed the course this morning. I started it yesterday. I know a lot of people ask, how long does it take you? Honestly, it depends on everybody's own schedule. I didn't have a lot going on, so I went ahead and started it. Got about 60% done. This morning I started at 10 and finished the rest of the 40% around 11:30. So it took me an hour and a half to complete the course once that was all done. Module 3 was fashion branding. So this is, like I've mentioned before, Fashion Business Essentials is focusing on the business side of fashion, what to do once you're actually in the fashion industry, and it's much more of like the entrepreneurial route. So as we've seen in the last few years, it's much easier nowadays to start your own business. Like back in the day, you had to go through all these different people to make things happen, and now it's become so much more of a norm to create your own business and do your own thing, like whether it be a YouTube channel or a blog or your fashion brand or whatever your business is. It's much easier to do that today than it was just a few years ago. And because that's so much more of the norm, this course was created to kind of help people get your foot in the right direction of how to make it happen. So module 3 was fashion branding. This is talking all about connecting with people over social media, how to make an impression with your customers, how to create your mission statement, your vision statement, your value statement, how to make your business stand out among your competitors, so that way you give people some sort of initiative or reason as to why they should shop with your particular brand rather than competitors. All right, so course 3 is all about branding. We're looking at branding, trademarks, fashion law, how critical branding is, brand identity, how to name your brand, logos, all things like that. So there's a couple things in particular that I want to talk about on here, which I think personally that I've gone through recently, which I think is really interesting. So branding is essentially storytelling, right? So you're kind of explaining what your brand is in just a few short sentences. It's short and sweet, it gets right to the point, and it has to be very carefully thought out. So it's exactly what the customers want to hear, what they need to see, and it exemplifies your brand well. You need to share your purpose, you need to share how you're different, and a lot of the times, like what they're focusing on this course is how customers' perspective has shifted with fashion, and it looks like they're caring more about how is this produced rather than, oh, is it cute? Like any piece of clothing can be cute, but you want to know, a lot of the times nowadays, consumers are more focused on how is it produced? Is this humane? Is this ethical? What are you doing to make this more sustainable? So they're like, okay, we use less plastic, we use less this, little things like that that ensure the customer that they're shopping smartly through you, and that you provide certain things that other companies don't. So your focus is maybe sustainability. You want to say, when you shop through me, you'll get this experience, and this is how it was produced, and this is why you should shop with us. Naming, I thought, was very interesting because a lot of the time you need something memorable, short and sweet. A lot of the times it's easier than something really long. If you look at all these other designers and brands and names, you'll have like well, I don't want to get into that part yet, but you'll have Abercrombie & Fitch or Aeropostale or Forever 21, things like that. But it was also really interesting because they were talking about how people have trademarked their name, like Ralph Lauren or Tommy Hilfiger or Louis Vuitton or whatever it is. And a point that they brought up in the course, the issue with that is, say you have an investor that wants like what they said, say you have an investor that wants like 30% of your company. By investing in your company, they now get to tell you how you use your name, but it's your own name. So that happened with, I want to say Louis Vuitton, I think. So he trademarked his own name, but now he has an investor saying how he can and cannot use his own name. And it gets a little tricky. And that's also really hard because it's like your name, how are you going to kind of advertise and market that? So that was very specific, and I thought that was really interesting as well. Logos are essential. I feel like a lot of the times we can associate certain brands just by the color or the shape. If you think of Nike, the swoosh, even if it doesn't say Nike, you immediately know who that is. Maybe it's Gap or H&M, you immediately see that red or that navy blue and you know what that company is. Thinking of a name is just as important as designing a logo or a little icon or mark or something like that, because it's how your brand is going to be identified. And then the end of the module focused on brand storytelling, communicating with fashion media, branding with the digital age, and things like that. The main point that I want to bring up with this is the fact that advertising and marketing has gotten a lot easier over the years because of social media. With that being said, you can literally create ads for free. You can find simple sites like Canva, which is what I use, to create ads, social media ads, whatever you want to create. And it's a lot easier to create ads and market your brand or product out there. But because it's so much easier, you have higher competition. So you need to find a USP or a unique selling point as to why you are different, why you stand out, what someone can see like a distinctive logo and immediately think of your brand and be like, oh, that's their brand. So that was really interesting too, because it's true, like we do have so much more at our fingertips now because of technology, but that does increase challenges because so many people are able to do the exact same things. Like think of how many YouTubers are out there right now. Besides me, obviously. There's tons, there's thousands, millions, whatever. So it is a lot more competitive. So you really have to focus on the authenticity, the storytelling, what your mission is, who you represent, what you're gonna bring to the table, and how you're gonna stand out from your competitors. And that was covered in Module 3, Fashion Branding of the Fashion Business Essentials online program. As always, if you guys are interested in taking this course, I will have it linked down below in the description box. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm hoping to do more merchandising videos very soon. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for the next video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.